Hey everybody, welcome to 406 Regen. Today we are building us a head catch for a couple of ewes that are needing to be in a head catch and not letting some of their young ones get the milk they need. So, just collecting up all the tools we need here at the moment. I do believe it's only going to take two 2x4s. And I don't have nothing drawn out or planned. It's all kind of in our heads, so and this is the first one we're going to make, so it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. But we'll get it there. Alright, so I've changed my design a little bit. We end up using 3 2x4s and 1 planer. Now I'm sure that has to be level and all that for true woodworking, but right here all we're doing is making it narrower so it'll go through this gap we're making for it. And once every 4 or 5 years we get to bring out my tools. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. That's going to be the piece that pivots in here. It's going to pivot, and then there's going to be a cap on it right there on that bar. So it's got to be thin enough that it won't get pinched shut. And I'll explain this design here in a little bit. So we're getting this built here, kind of building as I go. I'll write down the dimensions and instructions a little bit better as we're going, but so far, as long as what I read on the internet is good enough, that I put 4 1/4 inches here, that should help. So next, only last piece I gotta do is put a hinge and a board here so it'll fold down and I'll lock it into place, and we'll try it. Now I built this one, these long legs, because I jug my sheep and cattle panels. So these I'm just gonna be able to kind of get it in the panel, and then the panel will keep it in, and I wanted it to where I didn't have to do too much on the tying down. I did screw up on this one with the fact that I actually wanted a good 3 or 4 inches on this 2x4, so I had a pocket here for if I could just drive in steel T-post and then tie it to that. But build things in your head, ideas, it works out, right? So this one here's what we got. We're gonna try to use it. I gotta go through and pull out all these staples, because apparently these were the bundles that got tarped on the truck, so I gotta make sure there's no staples in it and get back with you. All right, well, I guess now it's proof is in the pudding, so we gotta go give this thing a try. But that's the lock, just a little hinge, open, closed. Like I said, hopefully the measurements I read online stuff are good, but only one way to find out. Let's go do it. Alright, so here we go. It's looking like it's going to work like we thought of it in our head here. It's the reason we left these legs so long, so we can then tie it to the kennel on either side, and she won't be able to knock it over, pull away from it. Still can reach over, get that, grab that. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and tie it up top and bottom with some baling wire. It leaves her enough space she can get up, lay down, stand up. Wouldn't be using it if she'd let all 3 of these nurse. They are all hers, but she decided she didn't want the one, so this is what's going to happen. Now, like I said before, as long as what the measurements I read online are good, that gap isn't too wide, should be good.
You think you need to tie the bottom?
Maybe on the one.
Side?
Yeah. Just tie the bottom on the one side.
I've already learned that when I'm here, it's time to eat.
Oh, yeah.
Food, you know?
Well,
that age is all I worry about. Supper.
And once we get her in there, it's got a safe spot. It can lay down. And she hasn't been too aggressive with it other than just bumping it out of the way. There's some ewes that'll just flat out try to kill them. But she hasn't been that way. So, and this is for the shade. We had to take it down and put that in. We'll see here. We'll see how this works out. Oh, that's awful close to being pulled out. We did 4 1/4 inches.
Measurements were 4.5.
The measure, what?
What I heard was 4.5 online.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, 4 to 4.5 online. 4.5 would not work. I would keep it more to 4.
Even 3 3/4.
Yeah, maybe even 3 3/4. Well, they want to have room to lay down.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, see that right there? That's awful. I don't know. I don't have faith that she won't be out of that. We'll see. It might be a little bit too wide. I might have to go back and redo it. Seems to be working, but she ain't fighting it too terribly hard at the moment either. So, I don't know. Yeah, I would do... I wouldn't go more than 4 next time, for sure. I mean, what you really want is to catch them right behind the ear in this area, right there. She's getting it all the way up to behind your eyeballs. So, we'll see. It's right there. So, we'll see. Well, we got the tarp back on, covered up, and the little one's nursing like it's supposed to, and she's not fighting it too hard, so whether that's confusion because of what she's in or what, but hopefully that'll open up some time for us in the day now. I don't have to come up here 4 times a day and pin her against the sidewall and get the little one to be able to get some milk. Yeah, and it gets rid of the human interaction of us and her wanting just to fight us. So the head catch, I guess, it's kind of working. She's got plenty of room to stand up and lay down now, but if I was to do it again, it'd be 3 3/4 that hole, just to make it a little bit tighter so they won't feel like they're winning when they try to back out of it. So, but of course the wind's blowing on this wonderful summer day. Everybody out there is doing good. Haven't had too many today. We've had 2 sets. One at midnight last night, and then 2 new sets this morning with 1 stillborn. So, anyway, they're all happy. Little one's happy. So, yeah, that worked. Now it's time for lunch.